Assalamualaikum. This is Rokia Samia. Welcome you all to the English news from Btv-Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Probe Committee on Tragic Milestone Plane Crash submits report to Chief Advisor Professor Yunus. Bangladesh to discover alternative RMG market to reduce dependence on single. Hearing on appeal for 8th day to reinstate caretaker government concludes. Attorney General to continue presentation tomorrow. NCP to announce candidates for next polls by 15th of November, says NCP convener. Price of winter vegetables fluctuating due to inadequate supply against demand in Chattogram. Zohran Mamdani names first ever Muslim mayor of New York as election results declared. And Bangladesh Cricket Board announces 14-member squad for upcoming 2-match test series against Ireland. Viewers, those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. The investigation committee has submitted the probe report on the aircraft crash incident at Milestone School and College in Uttara Dhaka to Chief Advisor Professor Yunus. The head of the investigation committee, Principal Staff Officer of the Armed Forces Division, Lieutenant General S.M. Kamrul Hassan, submitted the report to the Chief Advisor at the State Guest House, Jamuna today. Later, while briefing journalists at the Foreign Service Academy, Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Shafiqul Alam said the report cited pilot error during takeoff as the reason for the accident. He said the committee has made 33 recommendations. He also informed that, in the public interest, all initial trainings of the Bangladesh Air Force will be held outside Dhaka city.
মূল যেটা ফাইন্ডিংস ছিল সেটা প্রতিবেদনের বলা হয়েছে যে পাইলটের উড্ডয়নের ত্রুটির জন্য এই দুর্ঘটনা ঘটেছে। ট্রেনিংয়ের সময় উনি যখন ফ্লাই করছিলেন পরিস্থিতি তার আয়ত্তের বাইরে চলে যায়। এই পুরো তদন্ত কমিটি 150 জনের সাথে কথা বলেছেন, তার মধ্যে এক্সপার্ট আছেন, তার মধ্যে আই উইটনেস আছেন, তার মধ্যে ভিকটিমস আছেন, সবার সাথে তারা কথা বলেছেন। বলে ওনারা 168টা তথ্য উদ্ঘাটন করেছেন এবং তার মধ্যে তারা 33টা রিকমেন্ডেশন করেছেন। প্রতিবেদনে অনেকগুলো ফাইন্ডিংস, অনেকগুলো রিকমেন্ডেশন এসছে। প্রধান যে রিকমেন্ডেশন সেটা হচ্ছে জননিরাপত্তার স্বার্থে এখন থেকে এয়ারফোর্সের সকল ইনিশিয়াল ট্রেনিং ঢাকার বাইরে পরিচালিত হবে। আর একটা ফাইন্ডিংস ছিল যে এই স্কুলটা রাজুকের যে বিএনবিসি, যেটা বাংলাদেশ ন্যাশনাল বিল্ডিং কোড, সেটার আওতায় রাজুক তার বিল্ডিংয়ের অ্যাপ্রুভাল দেয়। এইটা বিএনবিসির আওতায় এই বিল্ডিংটার অ্যাপ্রুভাল হয়নি এবং এই বিল্ডিংটার এই জায়গাটায় যেই জায়গাটায় তার বিল্ডিংটায় মিনিমাম 3টা সিঁড়ি থাকার কথা ছিল, সেখানে সিঁড়ি ছিল মাত্র একটা মাঝ বরাবর। ফলে যদি আরও 3টা, তার যদি 3 সেট অফ স্টেয়ারকেস থাকতো তাহলে এক্সপার্ট কমিটি, তদন্ত কমিটি, তাহলে ক্যাজুয়ালিটির সংখ্যা আরও অনেক কম হতো। আর একটা বড় রিকমেন্ডেশন হচ্ছে যে আমাদের যে এয়ার স্ট্রিপগুলো, বিশেষ করে বরিশাল এবং বগুড়ার যেটা রানওয়ে আছে, সেটাকে যাতে আরও সম্প্রসারিত করা হয়, এই মিটিংয়ে সেটা নির্দেশ দেওয়া হয়।
Bangladesh alone exports as many ready-made garments to the European Union EU countries as India, Pakistan, Vietnam, Cambodia and Morocco combined, with a growth rate exceeding 13%, according to a recent analysis by Eurostat. From January to August this year, the EU imported nearly $16 billion worth of apparel from global markets. Of this, Bangladesh holds a 22.5% share, ranking second among all exporting nations. Exporters say that the opportunity created by U.S. tariff policies should be utilized to further strengthen Bangladesh's apparel exports. Analysts note that Bangladesh has achieved its current position through competitive performance in the global apparel market, and maintaining this momentum is crucial. They also stress the importance of diversifying markets to reduce dependence on a single region. The International Crimes Tribunal has completed the 17th day of testimony in the case filed over the killing of 7 people, including the burning of 6 bodies in Ashulia, Savur, during the July mass uprising. The next hearing is scheduled for November 12. The 3-member judicial panel of Tribunal 2, led by Justice Nazrul Islam Chaudhry, issued the order after completing testimony and cross-examination today. On this day, the tribunal recorded the deposition of Shahriar Hossain, a student and the 22nd witness in the case. Later, he was cross-examined by the defense lawyers. Earlier, during 16 previous hearings, the tribunal recorded testimonies from 21 witnesses. The trial officially began on August 21 as ordered by the International Crimes Tribunal. The case involves 16 accused, of whom 8 have been arrested. Meanwhile, Sheikh Afzalul Haq has turned state witness in the case. The 8 detained accused were produced before the tribunal this morning. The 8th day of the hearing on the appeal to reinstate the caretaker government system has concluded. In the morning session, BNP's lawyers completed their second and final round of arguments, while in the afternoon, Attorney General Mohammad Asaduzzaman presented the state statement. The Attorney General is scheduled to continue his presentation tomorrow. The hearing took place before a 7-member full appellate bench headed by Chief Justice Dr. Syed Refat Ahmed. Following the morning session, Barrister Ruhul Qudus Kajal, counsel for the petitioner and BNP Secretary General, briefed the media. He expressed hope that the court would recognize the inconsistencies in Justice ABM Khairul Haq's verdict on the caretaker government issue. If accepted, he said, the controversial verdict would be annulled and the caretaker government system could be reinstated. After the day's proceedings, Attorney General Mohammad Asaduzzaman told reporters that Justice Khairul Haq's verdict on the caretaker government issue was politically motivated and intended to benefit a particular political party. He added that while people could vote freely under the caretaker government system, the abolition of that system had deprived citizens of their right to vote independently. He further stated that this verdict should not remain in force. Gona Adhikar Porishad General Secretary Rashid Khan has urged the Election Commission to ensure so that the contestants from Awami League, 14 Party and Jatiyo Party of 2024 general election cannot take part in the upcoming 13th general election. He said such individuals must not be allowed to take part in the next polls, as their participation would undermine the environment for a free and fair election. Rashid Khan made the remarks while briefing journalists after a meeting with the Chief Election Commissioner at the Election Commission building in Agargaon today. He further stated that if the Jatiyo Party and the 14th Party alliance are allowed to contest in the upcoming polls, it would create an opportunity for the Awami League to reinstate. Therefore, he urged the EC to be cautious so that they are prevented from participating. During the meeting with the CAC, the Gona Adhikar Porishad demanded a ban on the organizational activities of both the Jatiyo Party and the 14th Party alliance. Rashid Khan added that no one should be allowed to participate in the election before their cases are settled in court. National Citizen Party convener Nahid Islam said that his party will announce the names of its candidates for the upcoming parliamentary election by 15th of November. He made the remarks today after visiting the family of martyred Ghazi Salahuddin in Naranganj, who was injured in the July uprising and later died. Nahid Islam said that BNP chairperson and former Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia will contest from 3 constituencies, and out of respect for her and others who played a role in the July uprising, the NCP may refrain from fielding candidates in those seats. Nahid added that the party aims to field candidates in all 300 constituencies and is preparing to contest the election independently. However, if any party expresses solidarity with NCP's demands for reform and the July Charter, the formation of an alliance may be considered, he added. Nahid Islam alleged that the interim government has failed to ensure proper medical care for the July movement fighters. For this reason, the number of deaths among them continues to rise, he added. The supply of winter vegetables is still not sufficient even after September-October due to the impact of weather conditions on vegetable production. Due to this, the price of winter vegetables like beans, cabbage, cauliflower, radish and brinjal are fluctuating. Vendors say even though winter vegetables have started arriving in the kitchen market, they are less than the demand. That is why the prices are high. If the supply increases, the prices will come down. Although the prices of cauliflower, cabbage and beans are high, there is also a difference in the prices of vegetables depending on the quality. Radish is being sold at 20 taka per kg. In addition, the prices of pumpkin and gourd are also low. Gourd is being sold at 20 taka per kg, while long bean and snake gourd are being sold at 30 to 40 taka per kg in city's Pahartoli market. The price of green chili is comparatively low. However, the price of quality vegetables is slightly higher. The supply of winter vegetables in the Pahartoli kitchen market of the city is increasing day by day. Along with lady's finger and parval, other vegetables are also meeting the demand of consumers. Now, international news. Zohran Mamdani has won the closely watched mayoral election in New York City, defeating independent Andrea Cuomo. Mamdani, who calls himself a democratic socialist, will become the city's first Muslim mayor. He has drawn liberal voters with plans for free childcare, free bus transport, and a rent freeze affecting roughly 1 million rent-regulated New Yorkers. Democratic candidates are also racking up wins in other key races, including the gubernatorial races in New Jersey and Virginia. At least 7 people were killed when a UPS cargo plane crashed while taking off from an airport in Louisville, Kentucky on Tuesday evening. The state's governor said the plane's 3 crew members were likely to be among the dead after the freight plane exploded as it departed Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport at around 17:15 local time. It is unclear whether the death toll includes the 3 crew members who were on board the plane. At least 11 other people were injured when the plane crashed, sending thick plumes of black smoke into the sky. Officials warned that people suffered very significant injuries in the incident and the death toll could rise. In a statement, UPS said 3 crew members were on board. Now, sports news. Cricket. Bangladesh Cricket Board has announced a 14-member squad for the upcoming 2-match test series against Ireland, with Najmul Hossain Shanto retained as captain. The series is part of Ireland's multi-format tour of Bangladesh, which is scheduled to commence with the Irish team's arrival on November 6. Ireland will start the tour with a test series with the first test in Sylhet from November 11 to 15.